The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA. Right here. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Melton the 2 and Hood the 3. Anthony is out there with Whiteside, and it's Lillard in at the point. And for Los Angeles, the Williams out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marcus Morris. And there's Embiid, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum, no good. And here's Los Angeles. Over in the corner, Williams. Hey, Smitty, for rookies being given a lot of responsibility early in a season, early in their career, do you think it helps their growth, or does it run the risk of hurting their confidence early?
You know, I think it helps them, but I think those type of rookies that you give so much and put on their plate, you still have to have some veterans around them.
Because there are going to be problems, aren't there? I mean, early on.
There's always going to be adversity throughout the season. If you have a championship caliber team, there's going to be some ups and downs.
Now here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
An absolute monster inside. Whiteside moving bodies around. Earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
Over his first 3 seasons, Whiteside was no better than a 50% foul shooter. Much better technique from the line since then.
Williams finds Leonard. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The Trailblazers on offense. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. The deep shooting of Damian Lillard was his biggest concern. He's got a hair trigger and all the confidence of the world. And, guys, they cannot let him heat up.
Thank you, David. Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Rodney Hood. High post, Embiid. Morris outside. Shot clock at 5. Richardson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
And here's Portland. Here is Lillard. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Right side, no good. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter. And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Now, here's Whiteside. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. The shot, no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And that one's good. Leonard. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly, I mean, a lot to overcome. But by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Some timeout call here, the first for Portland.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to Milwaukee. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. He kicks it to Hood. Offensive rebound. McCollum outside and stolen by Richardson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's the three. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Here's Lillard on the mark with the 15-footer.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Richardson following the score by Damian Lillard. No good from 11 feet. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Whiteside, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Embiid, no good. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard attacking. Good work defensively by Richardson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
They get the rebound. Anthony against Morris. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Joel Embiid. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Lou Williams. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to McCollum. Lillard against Zubac. Lillard misses.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Whiteside finds Anthony. Pass to McCollum. There's the 3. Portland no good that time either.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
Here's Jackson following the score by Damian Lillard. Down low. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Whiteside, high post. Working on Zubac. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Puts it up. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Leonard, pass to Harrell. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Rodney Hood very comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Richardson outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Wide open look here for Zubac. The three-pointer, no good. Over in the corner, Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 8. Got that one up quick. Leonard's got 9.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Right side Jackson. That shot off the mark. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. They trail by 9 points. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Jackson against Lillard. Outside Jackson from deep. The shot misses. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers ahead, up by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Josh Richardson out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And Harrell's in at the 5 down low. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space. Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And the basket by Lillard. Now in the 2018 draft, Smitty, who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
McCollum, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Rodney Hood. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. Popped up there for Embiid.
Good vision, Good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morris outside. Embiid kicks to Jackson. The pass to Patterson. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris trying to free himself up. Embiid, no good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Clippers leading by 12. A 3 ball. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Portland, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Lillard, and that one's on target from the wing. Lillard's got 12.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Now here's Jackson. Out to Morris. Takes a 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson. He's got his 7th assist in the game.
Beautiful ball movement. Drawing kick. The defense can't catch up.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout. And now they're well positioned into the future. Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Pass to Anthony. Now here's Nurkic, guarded by Embiid. Williams inside. Anthony on him. Jackson misses. Trailblazers trail by 14. Here's Ariza. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And gliding to the rim there. Ariza looking graceful on that move.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Now here's Jackson. Here's Embiid. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum gets to Ariza. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Clippers leading by 12. And here's Morris for 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Lillard, right side. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw good from Anthony. Well, last season, the NBA expanded the three-point shootout contest to 10 contestants at All-Star Weekend. Smitty, do you ever wish that you'd had another shot at it?
Yes, indeed, Kevin. I didn't shoot it as well as I wanted to in that contest. Whether they added 10 or more or 20 players, I just wish I had another shot. but it's over, and now I can dream about it.
They get it back. Morris, a beautiful reverse layup. Morris has got 10.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Cullen passes to Simons. That's tipped. Here's Embiid, and it's good for 2. Embiid's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Releases. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Williams dishes to Richardson. Morris inside, covered by Anthony. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 12.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Here's McCollum. The Clippers grab the miss.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Now Collins, following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson. Williams against Anthony. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That's good from Anthony.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard comes in for Morris. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by 12. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. And it's Leonard missing.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
From 13, off the left rim and out.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Trent passes to Carmelo. Here's Azania. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Clippers lead by 12. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates start getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We saw Marcus Morris lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the ball. And let us your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, get to a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Hood in at the small forward. Now here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And the Clippers get called for the foul. Well, when the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score. But we're seeing more of that these days. I'm not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be. And I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team, and then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league who believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Now Williams. Outside Leonard from downtown. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 14 points for Leonard.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Whiteside kicks to Lillard over Williams. And it's Lillard again missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Morris trying to free himself up. Richardson, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard and the rejection by Embiid. Richardson against McCollum. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pulls up from the corner. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Anthony. He has 6. Over Morris. Shots good by Anthony. Anthony's got 8 points. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Williams finds Morris. Inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Leonard with the steal. From about 16. And again, the Clippers good for 2. Here's Anthony. 8 points for him. Lillard left side over Williams. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 17-point game. Here's Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
First one falls for. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Lou Williams. Portland also making some changes. Swanigan, he's checked in for Anthony. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Lillard. Now here's McCollum. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Goes up to the stripe. Hood deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Richardson dishes to Jackson. They get a hand on it, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Here's Embiid. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Ariza against Patterson. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Embiid. No good with the triple. Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Portland, no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Trailblazers trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Trent. Over Richardson. They grab their own miss, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Embiid, and it's Harrell in for Patrick Patterson. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Down low, got a piece of it. Leonard. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
That free throw good from Leonard. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Need for player success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And he's able to get it back. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Simons, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Jackson down low. Nurkic with the block. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Blazers ball.
Now the pass to Simons. Pass to Trent.
2
Outside Hood, just 5 on the clock.
Enters the league as a great defender. Now Leonard's an elite defender. Multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Rebounded by Hood. Hood's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint, here's Little. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
2 shots.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Zach Collins checked in for Portland, and he's good on the second. 1:37 left to play in the third. Pass to Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 8 now on the night. Trent passes to Nurkic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Jackson. 1:16 left to play here in the third. Pass to Leonard. Good, nice job down low. Leonard's got 26 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Simons. Fires the three. But they'll get another chance. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Little. Over Leonard. Portland no good that time either.
Hey, D up on Jackson!
Hey, get on loose! And one! Get that, get that! Give me that!
Who's got Lou?
And the foul!
Way to grab that rock, Michael.
Get that, get that! Way to finish that!
Get through, get through!
This is too easy!
Yo, man up on Dame!
And one! Yo, Williams! That's on you!
Hey, yo, check Dame!
Oh, yeah, too much power! Too strong for you now!
Patterson!
Get it, get it! Yep.
Yeah, good rebound, Swanigan.
Get that, get
Hey, get him down.
foul! Help out on Lillard!
Come on, get Williams! Yo! Watch Lillard!
Williams!
Hey, yo, get Lillard! Air it out, CJ!
Oh! Too strong, baby!
Hey, get on Lillard!
You got Joe. Back up.
Who's got Williams?
You got Joe. Back up.
Fiat!